Hey, my name is Chad.
And I'm Fred.
And on this channel we like to make stuff. And today we're at the Bristol Artisan Co.
in Bristol, Tennessee.
I'm here today with Freddie from the Bristol Artisan Co. And you might know him as Redneck DIY. And what else?
Got it made on YouTube.
Got it made on YouTube. So we're here at the Bristol Artisan Co. in the shop that Freddie has recently purchased and repurposed for his use. So Freddie's been into this building for well over a year now. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're doing here?
So I bought this building about a year ago, and it was being used as a church. And I've spent probably 10 months trying to renovate and repurpose this building into a place that, you know, from souls to sawdust, like on the back of your shirt there. And you know, I've been making things for a long time, and I've had a presence on social media for a long time. But like a lot of people, I was struggling in a small space, and I felt like I needed a proper space to earn my living. And I've been really fortunate, really lucky to be able to have this place. And now it's time for Peter Pan to grow up, and I'm in the process of figuring out exactly what this means. And one thing that's really important to me is I want this to be a place that's inviting for like-minded people. Like, you know, you're stopping by today, I want people to come here and help me get better at what I do, and we collaborate like we were talking earlier about some great ideas. That's what I want this space to be. But in addition to that, I got to make a living out of here. So, you know, I'm doing some things in this shop. I recently been fortunate enough to become a vendor for the Hard Rock. There's a casino that's going to be built here. So I'm doing stuff like that. I'm doing the things I always used to do with some other places, but you know, I'm trying to do other things here to create my own brand.
So we're standing in front of your banner here, TrackTubes, tracktubes.com. It's a very interesting setup, like benchtop system that you've got going on.
Yeah.
Should we move over and check that out?
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Kind of walk us through what that's all about.
Sure. Let me start at the beginning. TrackTubes, it was originally designed by a man named Glenn Revheim. And Glenn is someone who I've gotten to know through the years. We became really good friends, and he's been kind of a mentor to me. Unfortunately, you know, Glenn started developing some chronic health problems, and he was unable to continue the TrackTubes project. So I think there's a lot of potential in it. So I invested into the TrackTubes project, and I've taken it over now, and it's part of my business. Now, what TrackTubes are, they're a high quality anodized aluminum extrusion. They got dual T-tracks, one on the top and one on the bottom. And they were originally designed to work with sawhorses. So you know, a lot of sawhorses, most sawhorses these days have a notch in it to accept a 2x4. Well, these are sized just like a 2x4 would be. They're a little bit, not as tall as a 2x4, but the same width. And they drop perfectly into the notches of a sawhorse. And you know, I've tested brands like like these are Craftsman or DeWalt or Stanley sawhorses. Even the Bora sawhorses work really well with it. So, you know, I tell people that TrackTubes are just kind of like the ground beef in the recipe. They're just the foundation. And the foundation in this setup is a foundation for a work surface. And I came out of a space that didn't have a lot of space, small shop. So imagine if you have a small space, you need to be able to set up a work surface quickly and efficiently, and take it down quickly. When your wife comes home from work and she's got to pull in the garage, this is the way to do it. Or if you're a contractor out in the field, you know, you need something, a portable solution. And TrackTubes provides that. And with the dual tracks, you know, you have ways to attach things, attach work surfaces, attach you know, accessories, all kinds of things.
And there are a lot of people, especially nowadays with being home more, that are working with small spaces. So I think you've got a really good opportunity to you know, reach out to those people and provide them with a solution in their one-car garage maybe.
Yeah, I think so. And You know, the tubes are not only, I mean, you don't only have to use them with your sawhorses and worktops. You can cut these things up. They're aluminum. They cut really easy. You can make fences and fixtures and jigs and all kinds of things using the track tubes.
Okay. So do you want to do a demonstration on some of the versatility of a track tube?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, so this is a track tubes workstation, and this is one of the tops that has been designed to work with the track tubes, and it's based on a festool style multifunction table. It's got the 20mm holes, and they attach nicely to the track tubes. Now, you don't have to have a top like this. You can attach your tops in a variety of ways. The T-tracks are designed so they'll accept T-bolts, 1/4-20 hex bolts and nuts. But a really good way to attach the track tubes is what I call the track dog. It's an aluminum machined part, and it'll go right in here just like that. And you can see right here, you just drop your top over it, you take a quarter, you tighten it up, and it's secured. Now with the track dogs, really, like on this main top, you really only need to secure 2 corners, and you tighten those up and it'll stay really tight. You can see it creates a stiff work table. Now if you rock the sawhorses, of course it's going to move, but it's a really solid foundation for a work surface. A lot of people use a track saw, and with the track tubes worktop, you can see how a couple of these holes are indexed a little bit different. And right here, that's a sacrificial strip. So the way these holes are indexed, when you align your track to it, you're not cutting your top, you're cutting the sacrificial strip. When I talk about this being the foundation for things, you know, your mind can just come up with things that best suit your needs. Like on this one, I built a little end that has a trim router on it. I use this thing all the time, it's really handy. So, you know, that's one way to add even more versatility to the track tubes workstation. Chad, sometimes people ask me, you know, why wouldn't I just use a 2x4? Well, a couple of reasons. One is because a 2x4 doesn't have the tracks on it that you can attach things to. But the biggest reason is because the track tubes are straight, they're flat, and they're strong. They don't wobble around. So it's a really solid foundation for something like this. In the last year that I've been up here, of course I've been renovating, but I've also spent a lot of effort, you know, thinking about these track tubes and how to build this into a thing. And a lot of time has been invested coming up with things like little end caps that go on the end of the track tubes. This is a little prototype. It's called a track clamp, and it's made to either go into the track tube or drop into your top, and then you can, you know, drop your bar style clamps when you're doing glue ups. You can make a glue up station using that. It's not ready for prime time, it's just a prototype, but something that is almost ready for prime time is a new extrusion. This is just a 3D printed model of a new extrusion that will slide inside the track tube. You can use it for an extension, but it also has 3 tracks on it, so you can use it up here on your worktop for fences, fixtures, and jigs. One thing that's become popular over the last few months is this Boris centipede, and I've got a design for a 3D printed knob that will allow you to use track tubes with a centipede. And once you put the track tubes on the centipede and then put a top on it, it gets really stiff. It stiffens it up. It raises the work height a little bit. That's one of my complaints about the centipede. It's pretty low. It raises it up to a more comfortable work height, and there again, it creates a really versatile portable solution.
All right, Fred, I'll tell you what, I'm totally impressed with the product, and I think in the future when I get settled into whatever new place I get into after I retire from the Army, I'm definitely going to invest in some of these track tubes and you know, make it one of the features of my shop. Where do you see this going in the future?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of potential with track tubes, and I'm honest with people and saying I'm kind of going through some growing pains. I'm trying to figure out you know, how to turn this into a thing. I think, you know, I've sold a lot of them, and I think that it's really helping people, and people that I've sold them to seem excited about it, and they're finding ways to use it. But you know, I want this out there into the space. When you get settled, don't you worry about it. You'll have a set of track tubes showing up. Yeah. Whenever they come, because you know, I want people to know about this product.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I'm all about helping you with that. Like I said, I'm very impressed, and I'm actually really impressed with you as a dude going out and starting something basically from scratch. I know it's not from scratch. It's you know, something that you're pumping life into, and from a production standpoint, and just the fact that you're still small scale right now is probably something very attractive to a lot of potential customers, right? So I really like to see something grow from the root, and this is something that is definitely at the root stage.
What it is, and you know, I'm never going to lose sight of the fact that Glenn Revheim has helped me with this opportunity, and it's been a good situation, because he was unable to continue doing this, and this thing is too good to just let it die. So he's provided a lot of mentorship and support to help me kind of get this resurrected. But you know, as far as the small scale, one thing that is really important to me, and I'm kind of proud of this, is the fact that these tubes are made here in my hometown.
Which is Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah, they're not made overseas or anything like that. And furthermore, they're not even made across the country. This manufacturing was brought back here. So I'm trying to support my community this way too.
Yeah. So I want you to go check out tracktubes.com, and if you're lucky, you can actually get some of these, because they are in high demand. And like I said, he's doing small batch orders, right?
So, yeah. So go to the website. If I'm out of stock, there's a place on the website where you can sign up. It says subscribe, and if you'll do that when they're back in stock, I always send out an email blast, and on that first blast, there's always going to be a discount, 10 or 15% off with free shipping. So if you're not on the list, you won't know about it. So I'd appreciate if everybody would just go there. If I'm out of stock, just sign up on the list, and I'll have some real soon.
So even if you're not in the market for something like this, I want you to go check out Fred on all of his other social media. He is a maker just like myself, and probably just like you watching. So where else can we find you, and what can we expect to see there?
Well, YouTube, Got It Made is my channel. On Instagram, of course, Track Tubes, at Bristol Artisan Co. And of course, people who've known me for a long time, I've been in this YouTube game for a long time. Most people know me as Redneck DIY.
Yeah. And I'm sure if you go to tracktubes.com, there's links to all your social media there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely do that. And give Fred a follow, and if you're not following me already, please do that.
Yeah, follow this guy.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much for the tour and the demo, and I hope to see you again when I'm rolling back through here.
It's always good to see each other.